Hello, my name is Andreina Adames, a student of modern languages at the Pan American University of Puerto. And have you ever thought about why people around the world speak so differently? Or maybe why some expression can be translated easily from one language to another? That's because language and culture are closely connected. They influence each other in many ways. In this presentation, I'm going to explain what language and cultures are, how they are related, and why it's so important to understand both, especially if we want to communicate better with others. Okay, so first, let's start with language. Language is a system of communication. We use it to express our thoughts, feelings, and ideas. It can be spoken, written, or even signed with our hands. But language is more than just words and grammar. It carries meaning that comes from the people who use it. Now let's think about culture. Culture is the way of life of a group of people. It includes things like tradition, celebration, food, clothing, art, music, religion, and also the way the people behave, think, and interact with one another. Language and culture are connected in a very deep way. Language is shaped by culture, and culture is passed down through language. For example, every culture has its own way of greeting people. In English, people usually say hello or hi and shake hands. In Japan, people bow. In France or Latin America, people might greet each other with a kiss on the cheek. The way we greet others show what our culture values. Some cultures value respect and formality. Others value closeness and friendliness. These cultural values are reflected in the language. So, let's look at another example. In Korean, there are many different ways to say you or I depending on you are talking to. There are special forms of verbs to show politeness, respect, or familiarity. This shows how Korean culture places a lot of importance on hierarchy and respect for elders and people with higher status. In contrast, in English, the same word you is used for everyone. This reflects a culture that values equality and individualism. Culture can also affect the way we express ideas and feelings. In some cultures, people are encouraged to speak directly. In others, people prefer to be more indirect to avoid hurting someone's feelings. For instance, if someone doesn't like your idea, in one culture they might say, I don't think that will work. In another culture, they might say, that's interesting, but maybe we can consider another option. Even thought both people mean the same thing. The way that they say different because of their cultural background. Another interesting part of this relationship is how culture influences idioms and expressions. Idioms are phrases that don't mean exactly what the words say. For example, in English, the phrase "it's raining cats and dogs" means that it's raining very heavily. This phrase wouldn't make any sense if translated word for word in another language. That's because idioms come from cultural experiences, history, or jokes that may only make sense in one place. Now, why is this important? Because when we learn a new language, we are not just learning vocabulary or grammar rules. We are also learning a new way of seeing the world. Learning about culture helps us understand how people think, how they feel, and how they expect others to behave. This is especially important when we travel, study abroad, or work with people from different backgrounds. Even if we speak the same language, cultural differences can cause confusion or misunderstanding. For example, in international business, one team may expect a very formal email with a clear structure, while another might write in a friendly and casual way. If they don't understand each other's cultural style, they might think the other person is rude or unprofessional. The same thing happens in schools, friendship, or even online communication. That's why learning about culture help us become better communicators, not just better speakers. In schools, teachers often include culture in language classes. They teach students about holidays, food, clothing, and daily life in other countries. These activities help us students enjoy the learning process and also prepare them for real conversations. When students understand the cultural background of a language, they feel more confident and respectful when using it. To end this presentation, I want to say that language and culture are two sides of the same coin. You can't truly understand one without the other. When we learn a language, we open a door to a new world. When we learn about culture, we step inside and connect more deeply with the people in that world. The more we understand about different cultures and languages, the more we grow as people, more respectful, more open minded, and more connected. And that is all. I hope you like my presentation and thank you so much for listening.